name is Michelle Tinsley. I'm the General Manager of the Personal Solutions Division at Intel Corporation. So Intel has been here for many years since the industry started, and we're really excited to see this as a growing area of opportunity for Intel to make richer experiences by leveraging our technology with the partners in the industry. So we look at signage going way beyond just information display and really moving into interactive experiences and making, say, in retail, a better experience for the shopper. What we love about this show is it's a global venue for digital signage. So we've been interacting with companies from all over the world, from Europe, from Latin America, from Asia, from the United States, and really seeing what's the latest technologies and trends that they're working on and how do we integrate that into the solutions that we're working with customers on. So it's just a wonderful venue for us to really highlight that and then also showcase some of the work that we've done with our partners and nominate them for the Apex Awards that come later. Tomorrow morning I'll be on the keynote with industry leaders from Cisco, Corning, as well as Sprint. And what we're going to be discussing is, again, these future trends and how do we really get the digital signage industry to kind of cross that chasm. There's been a lot of growth to date, but we haven't even scratched the surface on the opportunity. And we think the industry is at an inflection point where we can really kind of move into high volume production signage networks. If you look today, the average number of signs in a network is 24. We'd love to expand that to thousands, and we think, again, right now, a lot of these places and venues are in kind of an experimental pilot mode, and we want to move them into production and really get this industry scaling. Obviously, from the Intel perspective, we see it from a semiconductors perspective, and we think in terms of semiconductor sales or TAM, total available market, we think that's in the hundreds of millions of dollars. What we think is this could be a $1 billion opportunity for silicon in just the next few years, say 2 to 5 years. Obviously, from a system standpoint, when you talk about the media players and the panels, it multiply from there. So again, we think it's a huge opportunity, and there's a lot of value that can be brought, not just from the hardware and software, but again from these experiences and new business models that are evolving out of it. So for me, from an Intel perspective, we're really excited about our anonymous viewer analytics platform. So this is AIM Suite. We went into production last year in October globally with this, and it's a software as a service model that helps figure out how many people have seen an actual sign and what was their dwell time, were they male or female, which of 4 age brackets do they fit into. And what that helps the retailers and brands do is figure out what's the value that I've put onto that screen time and really help them monetize that advertising. We really need that if we're going to compete for dollars with other venues like click for ads on the internet or print media or TV. So for digital signage, you really kind of make it to the mainstream where advertisers want to put portion of their media buy into digital signage. They need that tangibility and measurement to understand the ROI behind digital signage. So we think technologies like that, whether the Intel solution or other solutions, that's where it's going to be kind of hitting the forefront this year. Secondarily, I think we're looking at NFC as a technology that's coming out this year that the usage model will really evolve and become pervasive in 2013. So that's something where we're really readying our plans and making sure that, again, we're there behind the industry move in that direction. I think, first of all, we're looking for people who can align with our vision, that we, again, want rich clients as well as a great network, and those two things working together will bring these great experiences. Second of all, we really want people who can take a leadership stand, kind of work in an ambiguous environment, and in that environment, with their leadership skills, really craft some structured plans around go-to-market plans or business plans, and again, working through the creativity of what are some of the business models that might exist. At Intel, we're still investing. We think, the strong companies invest through the downturns, but honestly, I think we've seen kind of the worst of it. I know there's still a big question mark globally. I was just in Europe last week where the economic environment is still very uncertain. But honestly, I think it's really coming through, and I think there's slow, continued progressive growth. It's not a ricochet, rebound by any means, but we do still see growth in this industry, and especially with signage being a new platform and something, again, that's rich and compelling with the ROI metrics that go with it, we think this is something that companies will still invest in. So even as their capital budgets may be constrained still coming out of a recession, we think signage is one of the areas they're going to continue to invest in. I'm Michelle with Intel. I'm at Digital Signage Expo. What are you waiting for?